Blog Talk Radio.
What's going on, guys? It's late night treasure talk with Popo and Kojo. This is Popo, aka Popo Jojo 7 on YouTube, and yeah, we're just gonna talk treasure tonight. Before I start the show, I wanted to give a couple shout outs to some people, and if you call in tonight, if you want to give a shout out to somebody, that's fine, go ahead and do that. But first, people are Revealing Treasures on YouTube. My friends Scott and Kircha, they got a great channel. You guys should go check them out. And the second person is Bob's Digging It. Bob's Digging It just got his new website running. The thing's like Facebook for metal detecting. It's pretty cool. But yeah, everyone should go check that out. I'll put a link in the description in the YouTube video. But I'm going to bring Kojo, my co-host, on here. What's going on, Kojo?
Hey, how you doing tonight, Joe?
Pretty good. Just drinking a beer. What are you doing?
Trying some Tennessee moonshine. It's pretty interesting.
Sounds good. So what have you been up to? I talked to you earlier. You told me you were doing some coin roll hunting.
Yeah.
How's that going?
Woo, coin roll hunting, man. Let me tell you. Jesus, man, did that not shake the earth to go in and buy a $500 worth of coins and look at a bunch of nothing, man? I mean, I was expecting, like, you know, earth-pounding thunder of, like, monster truck rally excitement, you know, or multiple orgasms here with coin roll hunting, man. Oh, man, was I fucking full of shit, man. It was, well, I actually made a list of the things that are better than coin roll hunting. So, if you wouldn't mind, I'll read my list. Number one is waiting in the Department of Motor Vehicles line. Woo. Number two, Walmart checkout. Number three, clipping my toenails. All these things are better than actually looking through, you know, thousands of coins. Number four, Katie Lang albums are actually better than coin roll hunting. And number five is scented candles. Scented candles, believe it or not, are like lightning striking compared to coin roll hunting. I looked through 1,000 nickels, 1,000, and got 2 nickels between 40 and 50.
That's not too bad. But yeah, it is looking through a lot of coins. I mean, coin roll hunting's pretty, you know, it's luck of the draw just like anything else, but most of the time, me personally, I don't find much, but sometimes I'll get like, you know, a good spree where I find some silvers and stuff. It's fun to do. I would say that for sure. But yeah, I can see where it gets. Now, I have a question for you. What do you think's better? Do you have a thing for like the paper rolls or the plastic rolls, you know, in your mind, what you think are better?
Man, I think the paper rolls are better, don't you, Joe?
You kind of think that because you think maybe, you know, someone rolled up their change at home. But I've also found, I mean, I just found a war nickel recently, and it was in a plastic roll. But that was a nickel, maybe a little bit different. Hold on, I'm going to bring someone in here from area code 865. Who we got here?
Great.
Hey, Joe.
Hello?
Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Oh,
What's
is that
up?
Scott and Kercha?
Yeah.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, guys?
It's nice
Just
to hear
hanging
from you
in the
guys
natty.
in person.
Hope to meet you in person sometime.
Yeah, we're going to have to go on a hunt together sometime.
Yeah, for sure. We don't live too far from you guys. I was just looking at it last night. It's only about three and a half hours.
That's not bad. Not bad at all.
Well, I'm
How you
something
guys-
else.
How you guys weathering the winter down there? Well, believe it or not, we're getting hit with a bad snowstorm tonight, probably the worst in 10 years. It's steadily coming down. We're supposed to have like between 7 and 9 inches by tomorrow.
Is that pretty uncommon for you guys?
Yeah. What would you say, Coach?
Well, we started metal detecting last winter, so that tells you something. Yeah, we metal detected
Right.
about all winter. We didn't have the snow.
Yeah, but last winter for us up here, I mean, I metal detected through the whole winter. And, it snowed a couple times, but it was always gone, within a day or two. But this year, I mean, there's just been a solid sheet of ice up here. And you guys, I've seen your recent videos. It seems like you guys have had a pretty mild winter so far, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. I think we had maybe one small snow, about 2 inches, and it was gone in a day. So.
Well, we had one day we had about 5 inches, but the next day it was about all gone.
Yeah.
It's been
Now,
it's been cold during the week, and then warms up to like the 50s on the weekend. So
Perfect for metal detecting.
that's perfect weather. 50, that would feel like hot summer here to me right now. But do you guys ever get into coin roll hunting at all?
No, we haven't. No, we don't have anything against it personally, but it's just...
as long as we can get out and hunt, we're not going to coin roll hunt.
Right. Yeah, I've only been getting into it more recently, I feel like, just because I've been snowed in. It's, a little bit of a substitute for metal detecting.
Yeah.
It's kind of a real weak substitute, but at the same time, you want
Right.
to see what you can find. And I thought it was entertaining to find what's still in circulation. Because it kind of gives me an idea. Okay, if I find out of 1,000 nickels, if I find 40 that are 1970s and before, what are my chances to find something in the ground? But I don't know if it correlates at all. But it was interesting to see.
Yeah.
Right. I agree with that.
Well, no, I mean, if we were snowed in the way a lot of other people are, we might be doing it too,
Probably would be.
It's really
Right.
it's really sort of dumb in a way, but at the same time, it is kind of entertaining for a try or two. And I admit it, I did it, and I rode the moped, but I don't know how much more I'll do it. Do you, Joe?
I mean, I've gotten into the little thing of it. I've done probably like $300 in nickels in the last couple of days, and I found one Silver War nickel, and I found 2 Buffalo nickels. And the Buffalo nickels were almost a better find to me, just because you wonder how that is still in in circulation. 2 Buffalo nickels in one roll.
Yeah.
But
we saw that video. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
let
was
me. I got another caller here from. I got another caller here from area code 678. Who do we got on the line?
You got old target shot there, Joe.
Hey, what's going on, Andrew?
Not much, man. Just chilling out. I got a question for your other callers. Where do you guys live?
At the foot of the Smoky Mountains.
Seymour, Tennessee.
Yeah, we live in Seymour.
Seymour. What's that?
Sevier County.
Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee. All right. I'm right below you guys here in Georgia.
All right.
You guys getting any snow?
Oh, we got almost a foot probably by the end of this evening.
My goodness.
Yeah.
We have a daughter that lives down there.
Well, everybody, it's quiet on the streets, man. I tell you, everyone's froze up in their houses and staying away.
You guys have had a heck of a mess in Georgia. Go ahead there. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, it's really coming down hard here. It has ever since it's about dark. So.
But that's got to be unusual for Andrew, too, down there in Georgia.
Oh, yeah, it's very unusual. We had one 2 weeks ago that was pretty bad that messed the interstates up, got us on the news, CNN. This time I think they're a little bit more prepared and made everybody stay home. But this one's definitely a lot worse than that other one.
Yeah. We saw that traffic. That's terrible.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Now,
How far down,
Andrew,
far down in Georgia are you?
Andrew, I wanted to ask you a question. I know you've been metal teching for how long now? A couple years? A year?
Since last July, so good 7-8 months.
Now, have you ever had a situation where you were like a place you just felt too embarrassed to go metal detecting?
Not necessarily embarrassed, more so in, how we talked last night, how metal detecting is your own euphoria, it's your own paradise, and when people kind of bother you about it, so when there's a lot of folks around me, I feel like I can't get in tune with the signals and enjoy it as much, but I wouldn't really say embarrassed because I'm kind of proud of it, actually.
Andrew, do you have a lot of people? Do you have a lot of people bothering you when you hunt? Is that part of the problem, or is there an issue where you just maybe you don't want them to see where you're hunting?
I don't think I have to worry too much about competition with other detectorists. But
Okay.
the thing is, kids are going to be curious, and I understand. So when they ask, I show them what I'm doing. But, after about the 5th or 8th kid, and you're trying to really pound the area hard, it's kind of annoying after a while.
Yeah.
So, I just try to do my best to stay away from people, and if it's busy, I usually wait a while until they walk away, and then I'll go hit it, and if they come back, I'll move on to another spot, you know what I mean?
I've got a great line that I use whenever I see a kid or if I have a kid who's following me around too much. And, I love kids. I've got a 9-year-old myself. And, I love her to death. She has no interest in metal detecting with me or treasure hunting or anything like that. But I constantly will be in a public place and have like 2 or 3 kids latching on to me. And once I find a signal, they want to dig it up and they want to have it. And, what I say to them is simply this: go find your parents and be with them. And usually that will work. But I have had the rare occasion where the kids will actually say to me, my parents don't care where I am.
I'm going to have to try that line. That sounds pretty good.
I got a question for everybody. You guys ever go to any place where you feel like you might need, like, some sort of protection? Like, do you guys carry a knife on you when you go metal detecting, like if you're in a bad neighborhood or something like that, or?
Always.
Yeah,
You almost had me spoofed there.
Usually do.
I was kind of getting worried, Joe, when you said, do I ever go someplace where I may need protection?
know where you're going.
So we're going to go to those spots.
Right.
Doesn't everyone feel a little bit, I mean, I'm just talking about my particular experience, but I think almost everyone feels a little bit vulnerable sometimes being down on the ground and, you're focusing on something down, down in the earth. I mean, you're kind of vulnerable at that moment. I definitely want to carry something to help protect myself.
Well, look at it like this here. You and I and a bunch of other folks, we're carrying around $500, $600, $700 machines, tools, pro pointer, that's another $150, $120. Then a camera, and God knows how much those cost these days. You're going to feel kind of paranoid just a little bit if you think about it too much.
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
really
saying. It may differ from if you live in a rural area or a city area, but like I've said before, some of these parks that we go into were once in prosperous neighborhoods, but are now in, ghetto areas. And Andrew's right, when you got your headphones on, you are kind of vulnerable. You're paying attention to what you're doing, and I don't know. That's just kind of my thoughts on it.
We kind of watch each other's back. That's a good thing about hunting with somebody else,
Right.
It absolutely
I want to
is.
tell everybody, too, this is revealing treasures that I was talking about at the beginning. Is there a shout-out, any shout-outs you guys wanted to give to anyone?
Just all of our subscribers. We really appreciate each and every one of them, including you guys, There's just too many to name, but we do appreciate all of them.
I'd like to give one out to Treasure Jack, too. He's having an awesome year this year.
Did you guys see that coin roll hunt he had today, by the way?
Didn't see it.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up actually when we were talking about it earlier. He had a great coin roll hunt.
Hey, I just want to say something real quick here to Revealing Treasures. You guys seem like a great team, and I think it's inspiring for especially the guys out there who enjoy this hobby, because it is predominantly guys. But I think it's real inspiring that you guys do this together and have found something that you both like to do. And it's real cool to see your videos and see that you're a husband and wife team who are going out and doing this. Does that ever pose any problems with you guys, or y'all fight out there, or do you ever have a day where you're planning a hunt and then just say, no, I'm mad at the old lady today, or that she's mad at the old man and we ain't going? Or, do you ever have those situations on a hunt?
To be honest, no.
Never have.
He's my best friend.
Hey, that's a
That's
blessing.
exactly what we want to hear.
I wish my fiance would go out with me.
Fuck you. I'd have to have you.
Uh-oh. Did you guys hear that? Wow.
Yeah.
All right, well, hold on, guys. I got another caller here from area code 337. Who do we got on here?
That would be the old coonhead, the old Cajun from the swamp, Louisiana.
Hey, Hookie.
What's up?
How you doing, brother?
Well, I'm waiting on this dang ice age to end so we can go out and do some hunting. Like I saw a movie about this the other night starring Dennis Quaid, man. The whole freaking country was froze up.
Not too far from that.
It ain't far. I tell you, we've had ice twice in 5 days, and we missed ice this morning by about 2 degrees. And that'd be 3 times this winter, and that ain't happened in 50 years down here. Well, we get ice once every decade. Now, we had it twice in 5 days 2 weeks ago. That's crazy.
So, Hook, I got a question for you. What have you been doing to get through your winter time down there?
Oh, I hunt all winter. The ground never freezes down here.
Ah,
Ever.
okay.
So it's just cold and a little wet, you know, and wind's blowing. You just bundle up a little bit, and if you get cold, go sit in the truck for a few minutes. But our average winter time down here is lows in the 30s or 40s and highs in the 50s, 40s and 50s. That's average. Lately, it's been way below average. It didn't get out of the 30s all day today. That's really unusual. So, but we'll be up in the 70s by the weekend, so it's all good.
Hey, Hook, do you have a YouTube channel for metal detecting videos or anything, or do you even mess with that?
No, I do not.
All right. Well, to all
I
you
don't
guys
video. I don't have a YouTube account. I wouldn't even know how to upload one to YouTube.
Well, tell folks, Hook, would you tell folks where they can talk to you or whatnot if they ever want to hook up with you or just give you a chat or whatever?
Well, I usually hang in Adventures with Jim, that website he's got, the adult chat room in there. I'm also on AOL, on the, I'm also a member of the Friendly Metal Detecting Forum over there. My name is Hook on it, just like it's Hook on the Jim's website. So just go to Friendly and look for Hook. You'll find me.
Excellent.
All right, I got another caller here on area code 229.
All righty.
Who do we got here?
I'm going to sit here and listen.
Well, I hadn't hit the button to let you know I was in queue, but I guess you must be talking to me. This is Penny Digger.
Thomas, I could tell from your voice. What's going on, man?
Oh, not a bunch. I told you I was going to try and get in on your show. I took me a nap earlier today to get ready for it because sometimes my medicine knocked me out a little bit early. But I wanted to get in here and get involved in a little bit of it. I meant to go on Andrew's show last night, but I got the days and the times mixed up.
I apologize about that. My scheduling skills were not as best for my first show, but they will be on par for Saturday's show, my friend.
No problem, Andrew. That was partially me, too. I was thinking your show was on Wednesday, and the time, the message you sent me said 8 o'clock, and it ended up being 11, but that ain't no big deal.
We'll get it worked out.
I have a general question for you guys. I've been seeing a lot of videos lately of people finding rings and returning them to people and stuff like that.
Not me.
Now, when you find a gold ring, I mean, obviously, if someone's, in the area saying they lost a gold ring right after you find it, maybe you give it to them. But how far do you go to giving, trying to find out who the person is and returning it to them?
Well, personally, me, I've never found one yet. But if their name or something's on the inside of the ring, of course, I try to find them. But maybe look at the lost and found or something like that. But I wouldn't break my neck looking for it.
Was this a general question for everybody or what?
Yeah, this is a general question for everybody.
Well, I found several rings in the park, no name, no inscription, no nothing. I keep them. I found one just not too long ago in the grass, was recently lost, had the woman's name inside the band, and I didn't leave. I hung around a little while. I should have left, but I didn't. And I see this woman drive up and literally run to the swing sets, start looking around in the grass for it. And I knew what she was looking for. And she saw me, kind of did a double take, and took off on a run to me to ask me if this machine I was using would find her ring. So I said, sure it will, but I need you to describe the ring. So she described it, and I said, was there anything inscribed in the band? She said, well, my name on it. What is your name? She said her name, and I reached in my pocket, and I handed her a ring, and she about had a fit. And then I kicked myself in the butt all the way home. For not leaving sooner,
Did the right thing.
But in a park like that, that's one thing. But if you go to the beach with all this on and you lose it, that's your fault. You
I
know,
agree.
you should know better. Now, you swinging the kids on the swing and it just so happens to come off, well, that's one thing, you know, that's an accident. But when you go to the beach and you get drunk, you get all slipped up with all this suntan screen on and all that, and you lose your stuff, you shouldn't have had it on to begin with. So, you know, I don't look for people.
That brings me to
I don't
another
try
point.
to find them. I find the ring. The only initials I look for is ARA. That's just me.
That brings me to another point. What do you guys think about tot lots? Scott and Kurt, do you guys hunt tot lots ever?
The only place in a top lot I will hunt is the swing sets, and I go strictly to look for a gold ring because 6 out of my last 7 have been at the swing sets. I don't look for gold anywhere else.
That's a nice little tip to keep in mind then.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that, but I did, so oh well, secret's out. No big deal.
We don't hunt them very much down here, so there's a local guy around this area. He hits them real early in the morning, so he keeps them pretty well hunted out.
Now, you don't hardly ever see me at a tot lot. And if you do see me at a playground, you'll see me go straight to the swings, and when I'm done with the swings, I go somewhere else. I don't even stick around. I'm not in it for
I'm
the
not like a
crowd. I'm not looking
religious.
for the change, you know. I'm not looking for
I'm not a
crowd.
religious
I'm looking for old
tot lot
coins and
hunter,
rings.
but I
Hey,
do hit them up occasionally. I have found gold at a tot lot before. Go ahead, Kojo.
Mm-hmm.
Revealing, do you guys hit the small lots or the playgrounds any?
Not really. I mean, we've, like, skimmed through them just a couple times. But like Scott said, there's a guy down here that hits them early in the mornings, and, you know, what little bit we've done, we haven't really seen anything at them.
Yeah, I haven't really found that much in the lot.
It's kind of an appetizer
Right.
for the real thing.
I recognize that voice. That was Kircher, wasn't it?
Do what?
I said, I recognize that voice. That was Kircher, wasn't it?
Yeah. And y'all, my name is pronounced Kirchie.
Kirchie, okay.
Kirchie.
I would have never I would have never gotten the chi from the spelling.
It is not spelled like that, but it is pronounced Kirchie. It's an old family name.
Kirchie.
Okay. I'd have never guessed that from the spelling.
No, nobody does.
Now, Thomas, so what are you looking that you're going to be able to get your leg here soon?
I'm hoping so. Every time I go in there, they kick the can down the road on me. But it's about 95% healed up, and that's all they're looking for is to have skin over the wound. They don't want anything to happen to set me back, and I'm with them on that. I've been in that damn wheelchair since July, and I'm ready to push it out in the yard and set it on fire.
There you go. How is that?
Can imagine.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm just you talk about cabin fever being in for the winter. Oh man, I've got cabin fever big time. If it wasn't for people sending me coins and stuff, I'd have lost my mind.
It looks like you're getting quite the collection there too.
Yeah, and I've even Rockhead in Ohio even sent me some arrowheads. I wouldn't mind getting a few more of them. They look real good up on the wall with all the coins.
Right. Now, we all know that private properties are going to get the best results for finding good finds. I just want to know how different people go about talking to people. Do you have like a flyer that you give people, or do you just, go up and talk to the
I go knock on the door.
to the property owner?
A lot of people
What do you think
around
about that,
here,
Kojo?
a lot of people around
go ahead,
here,
Scott.
a lot of people in this area, if you knock on the door,
the main thing they'll say to you is liability. So we filled out like a contract that releases them from any liability if we get hurt on the property or anything like that.
Right.
And sign it and give them a copy, and a lot of them will let us hunt.
We try to,
Well, that makes sense.
Wow.
the houses that we've hunted, we've actually just kind of caught the people out in the yard, you know, and talked to them then. You never know when you're interrupting somebody's dinner, or, you know, if you can catch, it's a lot easier if you can catch them out in the yard doing something.
Hey, you got a good point there.
We can turn down a lot, you know.
You got a good point there, Kirchie, on that. I think that it's almost good if you can check where if you've got a spot where you want to go, maybe check the trash pickup schedule. Maybe catch them at the dumpster, or maybe catch them while they're mowing their lawn or whatnot, and then say something to them then. And you know, that's where you find a lot of old timers out there too, man. Mowing their lawn, working in the yard, taking out the garbage, you know, walking the dog, whatnot. I think that's a prime opportunity there to ask someone for permission. Now, I haven't done it yet, but if I do, and when I do, I want it to be that way rather than just a cold call at the door.
Well, there's a house down the road here that we wanted to hunt, and we're kind of having a hard time finding somebody there, and it just so happened that the woman that used to live there, her son was there fixing the yard up and stuff to rent the house out. And we went up there and talked to him at that point because we caught him outside. And that's actually the yard that I found my walking liberty in.
If you can't ever find the property owner, all you got to do is walk out there and start hunting the front yard. Guarantee you within 5 or 10 minutes, the owner's going to show up. Somebody's going to call him.
Or the police.
Go with the police.
Around here, they'll shoot you.
Around here,
Well,
too.
look, when I cold call and I knock on that door, I got a metal detecting card in my hand. It lists what I look for. It lists that I hunt jewelry, lost jewelry for people if they need it to be found, whatnot. And I hand them that card and I tell them what I do for a hobby, and I get a 60 to 70% yes rate.
Good idea.
Right.
I like the contract idea, too.
I don't I never bring up anything in writing because that'll scare them boogers off so fast down here.
You're kind of a big guy and an imposing guy too, though, Hook. I don't think that I would say no to you if you asked to metal detect my alarm.
And that 45 on my hip don't have nothing to do with it, does it?
Hey, tell us what's on your hip when you hunt, Hook.
Oh, I carry a pistol on me, very visible, out in plain view where everybody can see it.
There you go.
But believe them punks don't. If I'm hunting a park or somewhere on the side of the, let's say a sidewalk strip in a bad part of town, and here come 2 or 3 of these thugs just kind of meandering down the road looking at me hard, I just kind of turn a little sideways where they can see that pistol on my hip. They either cross the road and go the other side, or they turn around and go back the other way. Because when they see that gun and I turn around and I give them the look to let them know that I know they're there and I know they're coming, they don't want none of that. They turn around and leave. They're looking for easy marks, not for somebody that's ready for them.
There you go.
Hey, Kojo, I want to ask you about something. What do you think about clubs? About metal detecting clubs? I don't know if anyone's in here is in a club or not. I'm not. I just wanted to ask what your views on it were.
I don't know, man. It seems kind of needy to me, man. I mean, look at all the people we're meeting just tonight. You know, in a way, we're kind of a club, I suppose, because we're all talking here and that kind of thing, sharing ideas. I don't know. I'm not for meeting up with someone and paying dues and that kind of thing. So, you know, maybe I can go hunt their worn-out spots or they can hunt mine. I'm not really into it. It seems kind of...
Yeah, that's kind of what I think. Like, they'll take you to, like, their worn-out spots, but when you join the club, they want you to give them some spots. So when you take them, you'll get about 15 people at your spot, and I don't know.
I'll tell you this much.
I'd rather go solo for probably one or two people.
Hidden agenda.
Recently,
Yeah.
recently
Well, I haven't
I've
seen
had
that
4
much to
different
do with
people.
clubs here. Usually it's just a group of friends that go out hunting together. I think the clubs are more over in the UK.
There was a club that came down here and hunted the lakeshore area. It was in the newspaper and everything. They had a big seated hunt.
But see, I don't get that at all, the seated hunt. I mean, that to me is just like, I don't know. That doesn't even seem like real metal detecting or treasure finding.
Like it's an Easter egg hunt.
Right.
Looks like a bunch of people going for the last loaf of bread in Walmart's what it looks like.
Well, that's all it is, just a lot of fun, a bunch of people meeting up and just having some fun. It's not a serious hunt,
Okay.
I want to find the stuff that got there accidentally, not
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
not the Easter egg.
To me, that's the best part of metal detecting is doing the research and finding the places and that everybody's looked over,
Best part of metal detecting is opening that plug and looking at that big old silver coin laying down there. That's the best part.
Yeah.
Can I get
I've heard a lot of people say that they have their best luck out in the woods too, in between places, rather than being actually in somebody's yard, just getting out in the woods.
Well, we spend a lot of time in the woods.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, I live in the city,
Yeah.
and it amazes me how many times I'll step out of the truck and set the coil down and the machine's on, and I already got a signal. And,
Yep.
How many times I give up for the day and say, all right, I'm just walking to the truck. I'm really not caring. And then I find something. And
20 foot from the truck. Yep.
it just sometimes that happens. And I don't know if it matters where you are in the woods. The woods are great, man. I mean, you really want to feel like you're somewhere and discovering something, and you may be somewhere that people haven't been for such a long time, or not so many people have been. But man, I can tell you, man, Earth is piled into new school buildings being put up. Earth is brought in on dump trucks from everywhere all the time. And, you just never know. It could be on a curb strip or just anywhere as far as I see it.
No, that's true. If it's not in the ground, I don't care how many times you swing your coil over it, you're not going to find anything.
Kind of like I told Joe yesterday on my show, how everything around me has basically been mowed over and strip malls been put up. That puts, that puts a lot of resistance between you and the good finds. Gets rid of all the history, covers it up, moves it here and there, trash pit. You don't know where it went.
Well, you're right, but also those strip malls and whatnot. A lot of times they're graded down, and that kicks up a lot too. You would think, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would think so.
I think the thing about city hunting versus, there's a lot of farmland here, but I've noticed that if you're really into finding a lot of old coins, the people in the city have the advantage.
I'd much rather
Right.
hunt my lot than hunt the woods.
Right. You're going to have a lot more finds far and few between. But also the disadvantage of the city is the 1,000 Colt 45 tops that we find in between all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, I hunt curb strips in old parts of town. That's where you find a lot of good stuff. I've got at least a half a dozen silver halves and probably 10 or 15 silver quarters out of curb strips.
Well, around here in the summertime, if you got out in the woods, you better carry a little pistol with you or something, because you're liable to run up on something that rattles and strikes.
Yep, you got that
Here
right.
too.
Right. Well, I'm going to end the show here in the next couple minutes. I wanted to go through the list of all the people who called in tonight, see if anybody want to give a shout out to any other YouTube channels? We'll start with you, Thomas. Do you want to shout out anyone?
Oh, Lord, if I started shouting out to everybody, I mean, I've got so many friends over in the UK and all around I'd burn up the rest of your time trying to give shout-outs, dude.
Just give me two. They can be smaller channels, big channels, whatever. You know, it's the community. You might as well give someone a shout-out.
I'd like to say hi to Treasure Jack down in my neighboring state of Florida. And I'd also like to say if they might be listening, Bill and Bob, EC Treasure Hunters. I don't know where they went poof to, but if you're listening, guys, hello.
I've been looking for those guys too. I don't know what happened to them. They had some good videos. What about you, Kojo? Did you want to give a shout out to anyone?
Hey, just as always, Adventures with Jim, and of course, Popo JoJo 7.
I second that.
Yeah, Popo.
I'm getting yelled at here. What about you guys? What about Revealing Treasures? You guys, I know you guys are about the nicest people on YouTube, and you guys have tons of friends. Who do you guys want to give a shout out to?
And we got a lot of people overseas.
Bill Guy and
Danny, Greg Naylor.
And Danny, Mr. McCartney, and
Track the
Right.
There's a server.
Rocky Top Relic.
Rocky Top Relic, Artifact Man, all kinds of great guys out there, all our subscribers.
Yeah, I'd like to say Mr. Crabinet too. Mr. Crabinet, you guys should all go subscribe to him. He's a great guy. He lives in the Netherlands. Great,
yeah, and John and
digger.
Jackie and Dave, Relic Hunting Scotland.
Yeah, Relic Hunting Scotland, Dave.
Target Shot, you got anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I think I want to give a shout out to, oh gosh, what's his name? He's in North Carolina. I think he's NC Treasure Hunter. I think is his name.
Okay.
And I'd also like to give a shout out to you, Thomas, down here in the lower part of my state. Did you get any snow, buddy?
No, we haven't gotten any snow. It's only 36 degrees here, dude, so I don't think we're going to see anything.
We got about a foot, so you got lucky.
Hey, I'd rather not have that.
And I'd also like to send it to Bob Digging It.
Yeah, good old Bob.
Right. I thought Bob was gonna call, and he got his site up. Just to let you guys know again, it's I don't know, it's a pretty cool site. You should go check that out for sure. I wanted to give one last shout out to Highland Relics. I know probably you guys saw my video the other day, but this guy's a newer YouTuber, and he just found this gold chain with a gold coin pendant on it, and I don't know, that's one of the best finds I've seen this year so far.
Wow.
But
We subbed and watched that.
Highland Relics.
He
Yeah,
must
you guys
be in
subbed him. I
Scotland, too.
appreciate that.
I want to shout
think
out
he's
to
in
Big
England.
Jim.
Hey, Hook, you got a shout out, buddy?
Yeah, you sure do. Adventures with Jim and you, Popo. Also, hell, why not? Kojo, love your videos, man.
You're sillier than me if you like my videos, buddy.
I wasn't going to go there, but okay.
All right.
I'll go ahead and say Kojo Ross. Kojo
don't say
ROS.
that.
Sub him.
Hey,
He's a superstar.
that's great. Superstar of idiocy. There we go. Hey, guys, it's good talking to all of you tonight, man.
I
Definitely.
enjoyed it. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
We've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys calling in, and we'll be having another show, I think this weekend, actually. Is Andrew still on the line?
Yes, sir.
I forgot, I was going to mention that.